Okay, this strategy here is based on really using that MACD down here. And I click on this to check different charts. Okay, so when you click up on this button, it brings up other ones. And I usually like to have the one that got 92%. Okay, so right now I'm at $5. I mean, this right here is actually on the real. This is not demo right here. This is a real client. This is real um, trading. So right now I'm at 5 seconds here, and then I got $2 in. So that means if you get it right, you gain total of $384 with your $2 there. So what I usually try to look for is this green that builds up, and then at some point it drops down. But I usually try to get in when I not see before. I would typically probably try to get in here. But what I like to see right now, the reason why I would say this was good because they got like two red. But only thing about it is that the reason why I wouldn't get in right here is simply because this red line is too high. Anytime the red line is that high, because this, I count this, all this area right here in the middle right here, I call that the mid. When it is up that high, that means it also has the ability to bounce back up, into a green. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get it into an area where it has got a strong force of red. So I bypass this and then I wait till something better comes. As you can see, this red line now is coming closer to the mid, which means that it's going to have less strength to push up gray. And that's what I'm looking for. So first I seen the first red bar right here comes. And then also see this red is coming down closer and closer to the mid, which I call the mid is just the middle line right here. Okay. And these are momentum bars. Some momentum hang below the midline and some of them is above. But I'm looking for the ones that's below the midline. And as this red is coming closer and closer to the mid here, then I see the first red bar show, which is a good sign. And I want a second bar. When a second bar come in, that's when I put my order in. Okay. And so what happens then, if that order is dropping and it's going down, that's good because it's for 5 seconds and I win, no problem. But what happens if you put your red line there and then it's not dropping down and it goes above? I hit it 2 times then. And then usually about 2 times does it. So if you do it 2 times, that means it covers the one that lost, and then it gives you the gain there of still you get the gain because you put two positions in. The first time it's one position. Most of the one positions already work by themselves. If that failed, then you go to two positions, and then if that failed, go to four. Now, I won't go no more than four. And most of the time I found out in this situation, it usually don't go, when you go for that second one, it usually don't go till four. Usually the first one is usually the one that does it. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the video play here. And let's see what it is. Let me see, let me clear this off of here too. Okay, I'm gonna go back to, okay. Okay. Then right now I'm at around 28. And again, these are $2 positions here. So as we look down here, that second red right there, that's most like when I got in right there. That was a win. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. This I'm gonna even stop the camera there. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there for you to see it. You see down here, there's the first red, there's the second red. You see how close this red line is to the mid? That's right where you want to be. Everything is coming down. It's going in a downward trend. And I got to wait for the first red, second red. That's when I got in. And as you can see up here, okay, let me see if I can make that a little bit clear. I got in right over here. And as you see, when I got in, we're down to 2 seconds right there. And you only got 5 seconds. And it was started right there. And I said that I was going to see if it's going to go down. That's what I was expecting for. Whenever you choose this red over here, you're basically saying it's going to be going down. Get more clarity up on that there. Okay, again, whenever you choose this red, you're basically saying that wherever it is, the candle is right then at that time, it's going to go in a downward position. In 5 seconds, it will be below whenever you hit that. Okay, whenever you do it to green, usually you're saying that it's going to be above where it might be. And at this particular time, it was right here where I put that in. Okay, and as you can see, it is a sure win right there, because when I put that in, it continued to drop down below it. And the reason why it dropped down below it is because we're going into a red zone. And how do I know we're going into a red zone? It's because this red line is going down lower, headed towards the mid area here. And then I seen the first red, and then I seen another red. These are momentum. So it was the momentum was already here going down. And then the red bar got even bigger because the momentum was even building up even more, which means it's going to even put bigger. And here's the proof right here. Here's a candle that right there was red, it was going down. And then right there, it got even a longer red candle, which means it even had more momentum. And that's where you want to be, as long as it's below there. Now, if this would have, say, well, what would have happened if this red would have went up? If it would have went up, I would have hit it 2 times then. And then most likely the 2 times would have brought it down, and still I would have got this position that I had lost, and I would have gained one more, which still would have gave me my win. So when you put 1 here and you go 2 up here, you win that. So you win 2 positions. 1 is to cover for the loss of this one, and 1 will be a gain for you. Okay, and then you say if the 2 don't work, then usually go up 4. But usually when you're in this red zone, it doesn't have enough juice to push it up like the green ones, like you see right here. See, I won't dare get in an area like this here. There's too much green power there. I'm trying to get to where it is red power, where it's going to be dropping. Okay, and only those are the only ones I'm looking for. So as I'm scanning through this charts, and when, like I say, right now this is like Europe versus another country. And when I click up on that there, it will drop down other ones up on there. Like if I go to the, let me just go out of this real screen right here and go to the real actual one now. I'm going to go to the actual. Okay, as you can see right now, I'm up to like $48 right there. Because like I say, just from doing this, and had I moved to $3 amounts. Now every time I'm right with $3, it's a gain of $5.52 because this has been working. Okay, so yeah, like I said before, if you want to check, like right now, if I look over here right now, I see 2 reds right now building, and the red is already going low. I would get in there. As you can see, you see the red dropping right now. This is real over here too. This is not demo. So I would have been in right there. I would have won already, because I seen the 2 reds down here, 1 red, 2 red, and plus the red is already even below the mid area. Okay, the red is below. Okay, so I would have got it. I like to get in on the first, like on the second one. The longer you wait to get in, the more you run into this green stuff that can happen at any time and shoots up. So that's why it's important to try to get in after you see the red, second red. Okay, so what I would do now, once I'm done with that, and that is not where I want it to be, I will click up on this, open this up, and then I would choose another pair. Okay, so I could pick this one. And when I picked a different pair, see how it shows a different chart? See that one right there, that green right there was starting to red, but I didn't get in because I didn't see the second red there. Okay, so then I could go here, click up on another chart. Click on this one. This gives another chart right here. And see, I'm just looking for opportunities. So I click on this one. Okay. Any one of these I could stop on and just wait for it to happen, but I'm gonna do this right here so you get it even more quicker when the opportunity comes. Like right here, this looks like it might be opportunity. There's 3 reds there. And at some point that's dropping down. Let me see if I would have got in there. Okay, I would have countered it. It's okay. See, that would have been a 1. You see how that red just dropped down? In 5 seconds, that would have worked in my favor, you know. Again, I like for this red line to come closer to the mid. So I could even actually wait. I don't have to get in because the red is too high. You don't want the red when it's up here. And again, this is not demo right here. Okay. So in a situation like this, I would just be waiting. If I'm just going to wait on this one particularly, I'll just wait. I wait till I see that red line come down some more towards the mid, and then I start seeing the red momentum building down here. Okay, there's the second one. I'll probably get in right there. That's where I would get in. And let's take a look up here. I would have been in right here. Okay, it tries to bounce up. I hit it 2 times up here. See where it dropped down? That would have been win, because I was up here with it. Okay, like I say, this has been working back to back. That right there would have been a win right there, because the first one would have failed, and I went up here and hit 2 more. And look how long that red just dropped down. That's why I say you can literally go down through each of these different charts there here and see other opportunities, you know, just by looking at this. See, this red right now is going upward. That ain't what we're looking for. We looking for a red that might have started up here, and usually I'll wait for a mountain or something to form like this, and then it start dropping down. Okay, I'm looking for like a downward. See how this is down? I'm looking for here the green MACD line, and it's going down, and then it formed one little red here, which I wouldn't felt comfortable with that right there because it's not enough. Now I could wait. I like to see these mountains building up. You see how the mountain is building up? At some point, it's going to come down. At some point, this right here is all going to come down. I want to wait till it come down. So I patiently wait. Okay, I see one little red right there. Okay, and the red line ain't too far from the here yet. It still looks like it's trying to rise, so I don't want to get in. Okay, I don't want to get in now. See how it tried to flicker with the second one, but I'm not convinced yet. So I'll wait. Okay, now we'll look at this red. Okay, that's showing a little flickering. I'm not sold on it yet. Because a lot of times what it would do go up and down, and that's where people get swallowed up at. We don't want none of that up and down. We want a for sure red and then followed by another red. Okay, so that's why sometimes if I want to, I could just sit here and wait, because at some point it's going to work the way I want it to work. Okay, or like I say, I could go back up to the chart and check some other chart. You see that nice red right there? That was a pretty nice one. Let's see what the next one do. Okay, now with that second one, yes, I would get in right there. Let's take a look up here. Boom, I would have been in right here. Okay, the green would have got me there, so I would have hit 2 right there, and then I would have caught it on that second red there, because I would have been up here with it. See, that would have been another win right there, because I would have caught it on the second one. And as you can see, the reds are still falling. I hope you can see that clear enough. The reds are still falling there. I would have won, because I would have been up here with it. Okay. Now, like I said, you could go down through each of these right here, and I'm looking for the ones that got 92% because they got better payout. And I'm just going down through them, and I'm checking the MACD. Where is it at? Where's the opportunity? If it ain't no opportunity there, I can move up to the next one. Now, each of these that I'm moving on to, I could just sit there and wait just like I did just then. I could sit here like right now. I see this has got a nice build up. What goes up must come down. So at some point, this is going to drop down. Okay. So right now, this is dropping down. There's the first red. I'm not going to get in yet. Second red looking kind of iffy. So I'm not going to get in on that. So we'll wait. And you continuously wait. And then you see that first one come down. Okay, now we're going to wait to see if we see a second one. That second one right there, I would have got in right there. Now let's take a look up here, see if I would have been one. See that? I would have been in right here. That is a win right there. That's a win. That's only 5 seconds. I would have had that. All that red that's coming out, that would have been a win. Okay, so that's what I've been doing here, and I'm right now at 48.28. I started off with $17, you know, because I was testing other things out, but this one I found it was the most solid that I've seen. So from $17, with starting off with $1 positions, and the $1 kept working and kept working. So then I said, okay, let's move it to $2. That kept working and kept working. Now I'm up at $3 right now, and this is working. Okay. So we're going to continue to do it to 3 and keep moving up and keep moving up and see where this goes. Thank you.